Hey everyone, Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures here today, doing a little bit different show than I normally do. I am doing a shop your shelf show, for lack of a better term, and basically whatever you want me to show, I will. If you saw the pictures I posted on Knickknacks, I have. All right, I should be back now. Let's see who all we have in here. Hey, Great Eye Finds. Hey, Jersey Boy Dano. Um, As I mentioned, doing a little something different. I normally do ephemera on these live streams, but to be honest, I was excited because I finally got my phone to work where it won't lock up. Now during lives, if I type something, so I really had a hard time before being able to add things on the fly, but now I can add things on the fly. I can actually chat if I want to. So although I have it on my computer over here to my left as well, so I can type over there if I need to. But I figured what I would do is just maybe either let y'all pick or I'll pick one of the cubbies. Let me just flip my phone around and kind of give you an idea of what I've gotten here. And then we can just start going through things. And hopefully uh, you'll see something you like. And whether you want to bid on it or not, hopefully you'll just enjoy going through all this stuff. I probably have well over 1,000 items in here. This is all my inventory that's not at my booths. I mean, if you count my 3 booths, heck, I've got another, probably 10,000 items out there. And I may do a shop my shelves from one of my booths one day. I've done that before on another platform, and that was fun. Welcome in Eddie, Firebox Cases, Be Kind by Angie, Carol Sue. And let me just explain a little bit, I guess, quickly how I'm going to do shipping for this show. So I want to give everybody the best shipping prices possible. So I'm just going to do a flat rate based on weight, depending on whether you're in the US or Canada. And then when I go to package everything up, if you pay over what it actually cost me, I'll just refund the difference. But here's basically what I'm going to do for shipping. So if it's up to 1 pound, it'll be $5 shipping in the US, $12.99 in Canada. And that's using, these are all pirate ship prices. But the Canada is the simple export rate. And then 1 to 2 pounds, or just over 1 pound to 2 pounds, will be $8 in the US, $16.99 Canada. Then you can see, then basically $10, and then no more than $12 per item once you get into the heavier ones. I don't even know that I have any of these heavier items, but in any case, like I said, once I go to package everything up, shipping will be refunded. So whatever the difference is. So welcome in Lynn58. Hope everybody's having a great, what is this, Thursday? Tell you what, when you work from home and you do this stuff full time, like days of the week mean nothing. And I get totally confused, or what day it actually is. I mean, it could be Saturday, Thursday, Monday. Every day is pretty much the same. So anyway, hope everybody's having a great Thursday, whether you're at work or at home. Where's everybody joining me from today? I'm in Tennessee, over in East Tennessee, right in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains in Knoxville. So if you're ever coming through, make sure you stop by and see my antique booths. I'm at 3 different locations here in the Knoxville area. I'm at Granny's Attic in Clinton, Tennessee, and then Bearden Antique Mall, West End Antiques, both in Knoxville. So hope everybody's having some nice weather. We finally got all the snow melted we had here. We had almost 10 inches of snow, and that shuts Knoxville down. We're not used to it. And that all melted. It rained for a few days, and now it's been absolutely beautiful. It's about 55 and sunny here today. So Minneapolis. Yes. So tell you what, let me do a quick scan of the room here, and then maybe I'll just pick a cubby and pull stuff out, and we can look at it and go from there. So just to give you an idea of what I've got, I get these cubes from Home Depot, and they're jam-packed full of stuff. I do have a lot of china, which I'm not sure that there'll be interest in that today. My wife calls me the China King of Knoxville. And so I do sell a lot of china, but have a lot of collectibles, knickknacks, no pun intended, things of that nature. I have actually a whole box of unsearched salt and pepper shakers that I haven't pinned through yet. And then if you like old t-shirts, I have this whole box of what I would call, I guess, groovy, for lack of a better term. They're from the 70s, I think, but they're new old stock. I got them out of a warehouse, and they've just got some really cool designs on them. I can show some of those. Here's like kind of my staging area, stuff I haven't gone through yet. And then behind me, you'll see there's a whole nother set of cubbies, and got mostly like paper stuff up here on top, ephemera. That's a lot of what's on this shelf. So anyway, so I'll tell you what, let me go ahead, flip the camera back around here, and let me just go ahead and pull. We'll start with this cubby here behind me. I'm just going to pull everything out, and then I'll put it back in as we look at it. So, hey, what's up, Chris the Goose, Harley's Perch, Pixie Sticks, Koi. Already said hi to Eddie in LA. Great Eye Finds us in New York, Minneapolis, Firebox Cases. So, give me just a second to get all this stuff pulled out. These cubbies in this one are really deep. And if anybody's interested in anything that I showed, just let me know, and I'll tell you what it'll take to start it. I'm trying to move things today, so I think everything will be very reasonable. And as I mentioned, if you're just coming in and weren't here when I first mentioned it, I'm doing like a flat rate shipping based on weight. I'm not going to ship in flat rate boxes, but any shipping, I'll combine everything to the extent possible, as long as I can safely ship it. And, then I'll refund any overage that you pay. I mean, I'm not looking to make any money off shipping. Whatever I pay is what you'll pay in the end. So, goodness, there's all kind of stuff in there. Let's see. Just a few more things here, and then we'll get started. To be honest, I can't even remember what's in all these cubbies. So, yeah, as I mentioned, I saw a lot of China. Yeah, San Diego is nice. I have been out there one time. I used to go to Southern California a lot, to Orange County, specifically Tustin. We had an office out there, so I'd go there a lot, and have a friend who lives in Long Beach. Used to travel all the time, but I don't really travel that much anymore. Now my wife travels more than I do. Yeah, for those of you who've been on our ephemera shows, Amy does shows that we do in the evening with me. Any of these daytime shows I do by myself. Hey, Drunk Susie. Drunk Susie does some good live streams, so make sure you check her out next time she has one. And so I've pulled everything out of cubby Q3. All my little cubbies have inventory numbers, and that's how I keep track of everything. So yeah, as I mentioned, if you see anything you want me to run as I put it back in, just let me know, and I'll let you know what the starting bid will be and then what the shipping will be as well. So, yeah, these are just, I sell a lot of flatware in China, as mentioned. So these were just, let's see, what pattern were these? I've got all my inventory. These are Holmes and Edwards Romance from the 1950s. So it's just 4 like teaspoons. And then, yeah, I'm not even going to show these single pieces of China. I'm just going to throw them back in there. So we have, looks like a pair of, well, I thought they were salt and pepper shakers, but they're actually just figurines. Some kind of Santa figurines. They look like hobby pieces, and these actually aren't that old. It looks like 1992, but somebody's like, probably from a mold or whatever, painted these. So you have a pair of Santa figurines. Back there. Hey, welcome in, Cindy Lou, Professor's Attic Treasures. Oh, and you're welcome, Drunk Susie. I mean, I love the Knickknacks community, and I think any support that we can give each other is awesome. So I'm all for promoting other people. So this looks like, let me see if I have a note. Yeah, so this is a Rosenfeld Jesus figurine. Looks like it's 5 inches tall, and it's Jesus with his crown of thorns there. Um, that's the mark for Rosenfeld there. So a ceramic figurine. I'm not sure how old that is. I would guess maybe like 1970s or something. But I know like religious stuff in general sells really well for me, whether it's online or in my booths. I don't know what other people's experiences has been with those. And then we have, let's see if I put, I'm not sure who made this, but it's a little cranberry, um, cranberry, I guess, little miniature pitcher or vase. Does look like you can see the pontil down here. Driving and listening. Well, be careful. They always say, don't drive and listen. I think I got that wrong. So yeah, this little vase is 4 inches tall. Yeah, and if you see me looking over, I mean, I have everything like categorized over here by my like inventory slot, so I can like easily see information about it. Looks like we have 17 people in here so far, so I appreciate everybody coming in on this Thursday. Hey, Falk Vault, Victory 57. Anyone else who's just joining us, just going through my shelves today. If you see anything at all I pull out you want me to run, or if you're looking for certain things, you can put that in the chat as well. And I'll let you know if I have anything like that. I mean, some stuff like I might be more likely to have it at my booth. So, hey, Patty G55. I thought these were really cool. It's this rattlesnake salt and pepper shaker set. It was not marked. I think it's maybe like a resin of some sort. Have no idea how old it is. I doubt if it's that old, but still pretty cool there. Very realistic looking. So, hey, Brynway, thanks for stopping in. KK Noth, anybody else I've missed? So here's it's not a Renaconda. I think that's how you say that, but it's, in the style of, and it was made in Uruguay. It's a J.J. Madison from 1979. You can see the bottom of it there. There's the sticker. And it is a seal, though. So you've got that little seal figurine there. And if I don't mention, I mean, if somebody asks me to run something, I'll talk more about the condition details and such. But for the most part, the stuff that I have on mine does not have chips or cracks in it. I have this Snoopy, like a thank you trophy. I would guess that's from the 1980s, probably. It's from a company called Aviva. Oh, wait, it might. Well, yeah, the copyright's 1958, but it was made in Hong Kong, so it's probably the 70s, maybe 80s. So you have the Snoopy, I guess, trophy, for lack of a better term. Hey, Western Kentucky thrifters, welcome in. Brynway, here's a little Donald Duck shaker. I assume there was a pair at one time, but you can see the mark. It says Walt Disney, just Walt Disney. So what kind of things does everybody collect or look for or sell if you're a seller? Yeah, this is a mug. I'm not sure what year it's from. I don't think this one's old, but it does say, you and me, we're going to be friends until we're old and senile. Then we'll be new friends. So that's coffee mug there, glass and ceramic. Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of everything. Having the 3 antique booths. So like at my booths, I do a lot of artwork, especially at Bearden Antique Mall. My wife calls that my art gallery because we probably have at least 100 pieces of art there, if not more. And then we have a little bit of art at the other 2 booths. And then we do a lot of furniture at the booths as well. So you're kind of like me, Drunk Susie. I mean, I used to collect everything, and now I don't collect so much anymore. I'm just like happy to say that I own something for a short time, and then it's ready to go to somebody else who will appreciate it. So, I mean, if I had to say I collected anything, it would be probably Beach Boys stuff. I mean, I do have quite a few Beach Boys albums and things of that nature. So anyway, here's a little glass swan trinket dish there. Blow molds. Yeah, I've sold quite a few blow molds out of my booths. So, and then here's a little unmarked piece of, it's not really dripware, but it's brown and white, a little piece of stoneware, just like a little vase with a cork. And then here's a Falstaff. This was actually our wedding pattern. This wasn't one of our wedding pieces, but when we got married in '93, I think it's juniper, Falstaff juniper is what it's called, and that's like the spoon holder or vase. Yeah, I think a lot of people had that pattern. You know, in the about the time we got married, you had Falstaff they had all those patterns that had this same set stripes. They were just different colors. I don't remember all the names, but they all have this exact same look. So yeah, for anybody just coming in, we're just going through my different inventory, I guess, bins or cubbies or whatever you want to call them. If you see anything you want me to run, let me know, and I will let you know what it'll take to run it, and then also what the shipping will be. And whatever you pay in shipping, when I go to package things up, if you end up paying more than it actually cost me, I'll refund that. Here's a little Great Smoky Mountains souvenir spoon. It's not sterling. It's just a little silver plate spoon. But the Great Smoky Mountains are right in my backyard. We live we're an hour from Dollywood, basically. We have season tickets to Dollywood, so we go up there quite a bit in the evenings to watch shows, or people watch mainly. Here's a little, I guess, ceramic stoneware mug. And it's actually, this is a good exercise for me because it helps me remember what all I have. Here's an I Love Grandpa Disney mug. It's got the Epcot, Spaceship Earth, and Cinderella's Castle. Not sure what year that is. Probably came from the theme park. I would guess, somewhere in the modern era. I love this little creamer here. There's the mark on the bottom. I have no idea what that is, but it's this Asian themed creamer. Got gold trim. No chips or cracks or anything on that. And then finally, the last thing out of that, this is a Wooden Sun in the Paris pattern. It's a creamer. Let's see if I have anything about what year that's from in here. Let's see. No, it's just a little gravy pitcher. It's actually what it is. I'm not sure what year it's from, but pretty cool design on there. So that takes care of that bin. Let me just show if does anybody like vintage shirts. These are all new old stock, and I believe they're from the 70s. I pulled them out of a warehouse, but they're really like abstract designs. I'm not even sure what that represents there, but I think it says Dice 123 maybe. Let's see what else we've got here. Here's one with a train on it. That one's pretty cool. And these are all like, It's a Knit by Vanderbilt is the tag. See if I can, yeah. There we go. And they're like polyester, I think 100% polyester. I think they're all single stitch. So pretty cool shirts. Here's like some fantasy scene. Looks like, I don't know, some girl sitting there in the middle. So there might be, I've had some like Little Rascals ones in here. This one's cool, like some futuristic looking motorcycle rider. I'll tell you what, I would start these shirts for, I'll start them for $4 a piece if you want, if you see any that you like. So I'll tell you what, I can run like, I mean, I've got like tons of them here. So I can, whoops, sorry about that. I knocked my phone. I can run a couple like as a bundle. So let me pick a couple of different designs out. And these are, I mean, I assume, so this, here's the sizes. Yes, I believe they're all long sleeve. It's like this one says extra large, 18 to 20. So, I mean, I'm not a big clothes person. I assume they appear to be like women's shirts. So I don't know if you want me to do any measurements or anything, but I'll tell you what, let me just pick out, if I pick out 5 of these, I'll run them at I'll do a $10 start for five of them. And then shipping on those will just be the $5 because it's going to be less than 1 pound. So, okay, tell you what, here's this one. So you got that one. We'll do the train. Let me take them off this hanger here. Yeah, and these came out of a warehouse in downtown Knoxville. Some of them still have like where they were held together, the sleeves, I guess, where they were hanging. So this one's a train. So that's 2. We'll do 5 of them. That one's a medium. And then let's do, this one's going to be another extra large, just some kind of abstract pattern. This one's actually Orlon, 100% Orlon acrylic. So some of them are polyester, and then some are this other Orlon material. So that was 3. We'll do this one. I like this one a lot. That one is a medium that's 100% polyester. So there's 4. And then this one's cool right here. We'll do this one. So this one's like a BMX motorcycle guy. And it's a polyester one as well. So since I've never been able to type on my phone before, this will be the, hold on, I'm rolled over one here. This will be the first time, this will be the first time that I've ever added a listing on the fly. So let's see here. Must have been a pin in one of those because I just jabbed my finger. All right, so let me go to store, add. I couldn't find any local businesses near you. My watch is talking to me. So let me add. We're going to do auction. Continue. We're going to call this, I'm going to call this lot 1 of vintage shirts. Quantity 5. Let's see. So we're going to do a starting price. I said $10. So $2 a shirt. We're just going to do a 15-second auction since I've already showed them. We're going to make shipping for the US on these $5. Custom, $5. And then for Canada, we're going to do flat rate shipping, $12.99. Sorry if I taught myself it as I add these. All right. I don't need a tag. All right, list item. And add to stream. All right, this is actually working. So then I want to click on it and say move to stage. All right, let me just show them one more time here. So you have the You have the motorcycle one. If I can. So you got that one. You have this one there. That's probably my favorite one. Then you have this one, and this one's the one that's Orlon. All the other ones are polyester. This one's actually still by Vanderbilt, but it's an Alive tag. It's 3, and then we have this train. Is that a pumpkin on it? Can't tell if that's like a Halloween train or something. And then finally, oh, this one's also an Orlon. So we have 2 of the Orlons, and they feel more like cotton. Like the polyester ones are very polyester feeling. These are a little softer, if that makes sense. All right, so those are the 5 you're bidding on. We're going to start it right now. There's that one. That one. Thanks for the bids, everyone. Hey, support. I assume that's probably Sienna. Thanks for coming in. We are just going through different bins and different. This was a box of shirts. I have like unsearched boxes of salt and pepper shakers that I literally had probably 10 boxes of salt and pepper shakers at one time. And I've gone through a lot of them and taken my booths or sold them or done whatever. And these are the ones I haven't gone through yet. I probably got, when I bought these, there were probably 2,000 sets of salt and pepper shakers. So, all right, Chris the Goose took those. Let me go ahead, since these are not have a picture, let me write your name down and stick them on them. Chris the Goose. Hey, I tell you what, I'm going to go grab some bags real quick, so I will be right back here in about just 2 seconds. Give me just a minute here. All right, I'm back. That way I can put these in a bag and keep them together. Yeah, so this warehouse that I got these out of, I mean, I've had these for a good while actually, and done different things with them. I've sold some at my booth, and these are kind of the last ones that I have. But this warehouse, oh my gosh, it was like 8 stories, I think. And so my 2 brothers and myself, we spent a couple of months, and my youngest brother was a full-time reseller at the time, and he did a lot of vintage clothes and things like that. And he rented, like he was taking whole like huge box trucks full of stuff out of there. Like it was like old vintage UT stuff, Tennessee Vols, and then a lot of like these kind of vintage clothes and stuff. So anyway, I appreciate that, Chris the Goose. Tell you what, let me show a few more things, and then we can come back and show some more of the shirts here in just a little bit. I still have quite a few left, so we'll see if there's any interest in those. Hey, Santa's Treasures, Sarah's Vintage Find. Here's a few things that I haven't checked in yet. These were in a box of stuff I got. I don't know if this is like a little, it's like a little skull cap. Or a yarmulke or whatever, but it's like small. It's for a kid, I guess. I mean, it definitely won't fit on my head. And then also this one, I thought this one was kind of cool. Based on this one's got a tag in it. It's written in, I guess, Hebrew or some language that's not English. If you can see that. So that one's a little bigger to give you it's about as big as my head. So got those two things. I have this cool Batman puzzle. See if it's got a year on it. 1966. So this is actually 1 year older than I am. See, it's one of those frame puzzles. All the pieces are there. It does have a little bit of wear, but you have that one, and then there's also a Captain America one. And it's also from 1966. So you got those two puzzles. Get these. Sorry, let me get these hangers out of my way here. Here's a cool James Dean like metal sign. It says it's from 1982, so the same year I started high school. So you got that James Dean. It says Michael Spencer's Clothing Years, Fifth Avenue, New York, New York. I'm sure it's maybe a reproduction of a sign back from when he was alive or something. Now these are really cool. These are some rubber molds. Oh, okay. So Muslim Arabic skull caps. So let me see if that writing looks Arabic. Yeah, I think it does. So that makes sense. Cool. Thanks for the information, Jersey Boy Dano. I've seen you giving information in other shows. So these are some Boy Scouts rubber molds. So here's the bear one. Let's see what it looks like. Oh. Yeah, so you would, I guess, use it to make a bear thing. And it says Bursteads. And it's got the instructions still in it as well. So you got the latex bear mold, and that's from the National Latex Company. And it does say plasters required, and it was a Boy Scouts of America. Then I also have the same one in a lion, also a Boy Scout of America. So those are kind of cool. I'd never seen these before. They were in a lot of stuff I got yesterday. So these actually aren't listed anywhere yet. I don't know if anybody collects like old slide rules or anything. Here's a, let's see what, a Nash. I don't know if that's the person's name who owned it or if Garvin M. Nash is the company that made it. Let's see what it says on the slide rule itself. Whenever I was a kid, this shows how much of a nerd I was. I remember I bought a slide rule and just to learn to use it. Like that would have been in the late 70s. Yeah, it's a GW Nash slide rule. I don't know why my watch keeps on thinking I'm talking to it. Hey, welcome in Pamela Conklin, Pink Misty. We're just going through some of my inventory, see if there's any interest in anything. I have a little bit of everything, so if there's something that you're looking for, let me know. Let's see what else we have here. Here's some, like ephemera is what I normally sell when I do these shows, and here's some Shirley Temple like press photos. So I'm not sure they got that one. She was such a cute kid. Got that one. Looks that one and that one. And hopefully y'all are enjoying looking at all this, regardless of whether you decide to purchase anything. Here's another thing that I picked up yesterday. It's a Paden City Pottery, which is in West Virginia, and it's a little souvenir creamer from the Georgia Game Park in Rising Fawn, Georgia. Anybody know where Rising Fawn is? I don't know if anybody collects like souvenir plates. There were a bunch of Florida plates. There's one with oranges. State plates. I always have enjoyed like the Homer Laughlin state plates. I've probably sold every state in the United States at some point because I sell a ton of them. Because you can always pick them up at yard sales and stuff, really reasonable. Yeah, here's one of these. Are usually the kind more like I sell. This one's an Aristochrome, so not Homer Laughlin, but same type style. So, but yeah, I love all the like souvenir tourist trap plates like that. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's pick another. Let me pick another one of these little cubbies here, and we'll empty it, then go back through it as I put it back in. So let me pull everything out. In the meantime, while I'm doing that, just for anybody who wasn't here when we started, my name's Stuart. I'm with Franklin Hill Ventures here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Pretty much dealing anything vintage and antique. I have, in addition to knickknacks, I also sell in 3 antique malls here in the Knoxville area. Then I also like list on a bunch of different online marketplaces as well. And I'm a full-time reseller for the most part. I also do some IT consulting for hospitals, but overall, I mean, reselling is where I get the majority of my my money from. Let's see. So this is going to be P4. Yeah, a lot of ceramic stuff in here. Let's see what all we got. I think the rest of that's china, and I'm not going to show any china in this show. So, so here, let me tell you what. Let me change my filter on my software over here so I can see what all we got. Let's see. So yeah, this is a little just ceramic kitty cat bank. I don't know how old it is or anything. It does have some kind of marking, but I think it just says cat. It does have the rubber stopper, but it's a little kitty cat in a shopping bag. Hey, Hidden House Store, Collectorado. Appreciate y'all stopping by. We are literally shopping my shelves today. Here's a little replica book bottle. It has the little paperwork with it. I think it was probably from a museum gift shop or something. But yeah, it was made in Portugal. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, and I usually do. It's very rare that I do this kind of stuff. I was excited because I've been having issues with my districts app ever since I started doing the live selling, where if I tried to type anything in the chat or like add a sell on the fly, it would lock up my app on me. So basically, to make a long story short, I ended up just completely like factory resetting my iPhone, and that fixed the issue. So it was something on my my side. So anyway, now it's working perfectly, and I thought, well, I don't ever do these like ceramics and glassware and stuff like that. So why don't I do one today? And as I mentioned, it's fun for me just because like stuff gets buried back in my inventory and I forget I had it. And it's nice to go through stuff and look at it. Here's a little Victorian couple figurine made in occupied Japan. As I show this stuff, yeah, and my background's in IT. I've been everything from an IT director for a medical equipment maintenance company to project manager in the IT world. And now, as I mentioned, I do some consulting for hospitals usually for the clinical engineering department, the group that fixes medical equipment. So anyway, this was a made in occupied Japan. As I show anything, if you want me to, if you're interested in it, let me know. I'll let you know what it'll take to start the auction, and then also what the initial shipping will be. If you weren't in here earlier, when I go to package everything up, I will like refund any shipping overage. So here's a restaurantware Perkins mug, and this is a Homer Laughlin, which I just mentioned them a second ago when it came to state plates. It does have a little bit of fading on the stamp, but your Perkins restaurant, I think I remember going to a Perkins one time in my life. I thought these were kind of cool. They're just some little appetizer forks. There's 4 of them. Let's see if I wrote down who the maker of these were. Yeah, I don't know the maker, but I think that just says stainless steel on the back. So they have plastic handles and then stainless steel stuff there. Then we have this bell. Oh, very, I mean, it says, okay, so what it says on this bell, it says First Congregational Church, Danbury, Connecticut. Well, it doesn't say Connecticut, but I assume it's Danbury, Connecticut. It says 1858 to 1907. So I don't know if this bell is from 1907 or if it's a later souvenir or, you know, what. But anyway, that's what's written on it. So it was some kind of, I guess, commemorative bell from First Congregational Church in Danbury, Connecticut. And it looks like it was celebrating their 50th, 49th is how many years? So 50th anniversary of the church. You got that bell there. I hope y'all are like me, and I mean, all this stuff's so fascinating to look at. Here's a little piggy bank. I don't know that this is that old, but it does have the stopper, has the kind of whimsical ladybug design on it there. And then here's a San Antonio Riverwalk shot glass. I have been to the Riverwalk, but I did not get this shot glass when I went. Here's some hand painted in Ireland. It's just got a fruit design on it. Hey, welcome in Sin and Beautiful Glass and Pottery Lover. Thank you for stopping by. I thought this was really cool. It's a shaving mug. It's got the brush with the acrylic handle, and it's a Golden Knight shaving soap shaving mug, and then an Eveready Lucite shaving brush. So this is Lucite, and it's an Eveready brush. And then this is an advertising piece for Golden Knight shaving soap. I got this. I bought probably 250 shaving mugs, and to be honest, I've sold almost all of them. And then this is, it was really only a couple of months ago, and this was one of the things that I just actually pulled out. So, and then this is just a vintage pastry brush. I think this may have come from my mom's house actually, but National is the brand, but just a little pastry or basting brush. And then let's see, what else did we have in here? This is a Nancy Calhoun Dark Roast coffee mug. Just goes into my, if you've been in my other shows, I think I mentioned before, my wife affectionately calls me the China King of Knoxville because I sell so much dinnerware, china, flatware, that type of things. And if you were to look around in my different shelves, you'll see a ton of it. That's one of my bread and butter items, actually. Then here's a couple of DVDs, which aren't necessarily that old, but they're like some kind of anime. I have know nothing about anime, but then just a few like Blu-ray things. Another Wolf Cop, and then Dinner for Schmucks and Sawa. Never heard of that. So you got those, and then just a couple other little things. You have this little lacquerware box. I'm pretty sure it's Russian. It is signed down here, and it looks very Russian. But you have the couple there. I don't know what you'd put in here. Maybe toothpicks or I don't know, whatever. It's pretty small. But it's got the, I guess it's a Prince and his maiden there. But yeah, really nice design on that. Hey, Thomas Treasures, thanks for coming in. And then I guess, a couple more things that were in that. Here's a watch fob. It says Adams Road Machinery. And it still has like the leather strap, which I'm assuming is original. Oops, it almost fell out there. And then I think, almost last but not least, we have this ashtray that's some kind of wine company, Pregasona Lucini. So it's like a Melmac, or it says ornament is what, but it's the plastic like you see in the plates. And I think there's one more thing. It's just a Mark Brunel headliner there. I don't do a lot in things like that, but occasionally I'll come across them. Okay, let me grab that ashtray and those appetizer forks, and let me tell you what it'll take to start those real quick. So on the ashtray, tell you what about I'll do a $4 start on the ashtray, and then that's going to be, yeah, that'll easily be just the $5 shipping, and then the little appetizer forks, I will do, yeah, I'll do a $3 start on those. So, hey, what? Let me add these cocktail forks. I was looking to see if either one of them were in Whatnot already. Where did the ashtray go? Nope. So let me just add them manually here. All right. So we will add the auction. We'll just call these cocktail forks. And we will start, I think I said $3 on the cocktail forks. And that's going to be $5 shipping. And let me put the Canada shipping in too, just in case. $12.99. And as I mentioned, whatever you pay in shipping, that will definitely be, refunded up to the, actual amount that it cost me to ship everything. So, all right, so that one's now listed. And let me list the ashtray here real quick. Auction. Let's see, this is just put enough in there to let me know what it is, since you can't take pictures. I think I said a $4 start on the ashtray. Make sure I change that to 15 seconds. And put the Canada shipping in. Does anybody else talk to themselves while they're doing stuff like this? I know sometimes they lock people up for talking to themselves. All right, so let me add those both to the stream. All right, so we'll go ahead and do the ashtray first. Move to stage. All right, so just to show you one more time before I start it, since it's only 15 seconds, it does have let's see. Let me grab my magnifying glass here. Oh, I may have it in let me see if I've got it in yeah, so it's a Ornament Vinnie Lucini Pregasona ashtray, and it's melamine, and it's from Valpolicella. I'm not Italian, and it shows, but anyway, it is marked on the back, and I would say like it's got maybe a little bit, I don't know how bright it was when it was new. I mean, it's just seems to me like maybe it's got a little bit of fading, but I don't know for sure. So anyway, we'll go ahead and start this one, and here we go. And thanks for the request. I really do appreciate it. And it looks like Great Eye Finds is going to take this one. All right, congratulations on that. Let me set that over there. And then the cocktail forks. Let me get these. Move to stage. All right, let me just show these one more time. So they have a plastic handle with this gold design, I guess cream colored, and they do have a stainless steel handle. I think that's, yeah, it just says stainless. It says stainless Japan. I mean, and it does have, I can't tell if it's the letter B, but anyway, they're from Japan. They are, let me tell you how long they are real quick. Well, my computer's not cooperating over here. Yeah, they are 4 inches long. So you're getting all four for a $3 start. And here we go. Show them that way. Thank you, Great Eye Finds. That was 5 seconds left. And congratulations. And all this stuff should ship out tomorrow. It'll probably be too late by the time I finish for it to ship out today. Give me just a second. I want to make a note that I sold these. All right, so that was everything in that bin. So I'll tell you what. Let's. Did anybody want me to run any more of the shirts? I can run another lot of those if somebody wants me to. We can look at salt and pepper shakers, and I'll just warn you, the salt and pepper shakers, I haven't cleaned them or anything. I normally clean everything before I show it, but I mean, these are in the box just like I got them, and they came out of like a barn type thing. So let me know if there's any interest in salt and pepper shakers or in the t-shirts again, and we can go back to those. Otherwise, I will just pull another bin, or pull another cubby here, and we can start on that. Hey, Purple Haze, thanks for coming in. Did you get your first lot of stuff you ordered from me? I hope it all arrived safely and you were happy with it. We are doing a little different today. I'm actually doing stuff that I never do on these kind of shows, which is glassware. And I've got ephemera over here too as well that we can look at. I have a little bit of everything. So tell you what, let's pull. I need to move this light out of my way. Let's pull this one here. So give me a second while I pull all this stuff. While I do that, I'll try to talk and pull at the same time. Let me just, whoa, that was almost dangerous there. A little noise maker. Let's have a party. Yeah, for anybody who is just coming in, I am Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I decided to do this show this morning. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. It was really to celebrate my Knickknacks app on my phone working correctly finally. Up until this point, I have not been able to type anything into like the text boxes, or it would lock the live stream up. So it made it hard to do this kind of show where I'm adding stuff on the fly and running stuff by request. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I have a lot of stuff, if nothing else. I mean, and I've actually been working on cleaning out my garage. This is almost embarrassing to say. Back when I used to make YouTube videos, I don't ever make them anymore. I need to start making them again, but you've got to prioritize your life, and making YouTube videos is too time consuming, and I don't make any money from it. So, but my wife and I did like a part 1 with the intent of there'd be a part 2, part 3, part 4 of cleaning the garage out. So you can get an idea of like how bad our garage was if you go to my YouTube channel and watch that video. But I've since been working on cleaning it out without filming. And as I mentioned, I mean, it's almost embarrassing how old some of the stuff was in there. I mean, and recently I've been doing a lot better. Like as I get stuff in, I either have to take it to the booth, list it online somewhere, auction it off, do whatever. But this is stuff going back to like 2017, 2018, 2019 that I had never like opened or anything. So it was fun. It was like Christmas. And I mean, it's, I told Amy, my wife, who some of y'all have met through these shows, that I mean, it was literally like, you know, we had bunches of $20 bills out in the garage that have just been sitting there, you know. And when you think of stuff that way, you're not as likely to let it sit out there. But anyway, hopefully going forward, I'll keep up with it. Wow, 86 people in here. If you happen to be, hold on just a second, I'm going to go grab my little piece of paper that tells you where to come if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Hold on just a second. Yeah, rather than me trying to spell it, I made this because I know like somebody commented on my YouTube video, because I do stream over there, that what did you say? So it's knickknacks.net. So if you're on Facebook or on YouTube, you can go to knickknack, it's even hard to say, knickknacks.net, and then click on live streams. And I think I'm the only one running right now. I think I'm on the only show today even. But yeah, what we're doing for anybody just coming in, and since a lot of you just came in, oh, thanks. Yeah, it's just, like I said, I got tired of going, come to nicknax.net. And so it was just easier to put it on a sign. And I'm a big sign person. I mean, I've got my shipping rates over here. So for anybody just coming in, and there are a lot of you just got here, we're just going through my different shelves. And here, after we go through this one, I'll scan the office again. I can't do it because I got stuff stacked on top of my tripod, and if I move it, it'll fall off. But if you see something you like, yeah, I'll run another shirt. I'll tell you what, let me make it through this, then we'll run another one of the shirt lots. And those shirts are cool. Just a tease for the people who weren't in here. Let me just show you an example of one. I can pull one out here. These are from the, I think they're from the 70s, and this is kind of an example one here. This one's kind of abstract. I think it's maybe a picture of the earth from somewhere. But they're all, they're either 70s, maybe early 80s. But like this one's Orlon, which I'm not even sure if Orlon's a thing anymore. And then a lot of them are polyester. So we'll run another lot of 5 of those here in a second. So yeah, they are really cool. All right, so I'm not going to run the China just because that's, I guess, probably not the best thing to run in this format. So we have this souvenir Washington, D.C. mug. I would guess 60s just based on the sticker, 50s or 60s probably. It does have the blue made in Japan, which, I mean, you can't tell anything about years really by the colors, but just that style of sticker and everything, that would be my guess. So it's a Washington, D.C. Souvenir mug. Nothing to indicate year on it, as best I could tell, though. Hey, Junk Monkey. Let me, give me just a second. Let me pull this bin up on my software over here so I can, if there's any questions about anything, I can like give sizes and stuff. So this one was Q2. All right, and then this little koala figurine, so cute, and it is, hold on, I'll tell you the brand. It's a Swagman, so it was made in Australia. I guess Swagman's a pottery over there. So you got that one. And if you see anything you want me to run, just let me know. I'll let you know what it'll take to start it, and also what the shipping charge will be. And on the shipping, I'm only going to end up charging you what it costs me to ship. So any overage I'll refund when I go to package these things up. Here's a art glass fish, an angelfish. Once again, I have no idea of the age on some of these. I mean, I don't think it's like even, it may not even be vintage, but so much of this stuff I like buy out whole estates, and there's just boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff, and I don't necessarily always know the history. Here's some kind of little figurine. Oh, thank you, Purple Haze. Well, I have been, so if you look at, I mean, I'm not going to like promote another platform, but I've been selling on eBay since 1998. So figure that out, however many years that is. That's at least according to how long we've been there. And to be honest, a lot of that was my wife selling kids' clothes. So I've been packing and shipping a long time and shipping a lot of breakables. Probably one of my biggest recent shipments was so I'd mentioned I like the state plates, like the Homer Laughlin and just any of those from the 40s, 50s, kind of, I call them roadside souvenirs. Um, I mean, I've had tons of those things listed over the years. I sold 23 of them to a restaurant in Washington, D.C. And I mean, I love when I sell that many things, but golly, it was very time consuming to package 23 of 22 or 23, however many it was of those state plates. But they all arrived safely, and I'm assuming that they're displayed at this restaurant. I wish I could remember the name of the restaurant to see if anybody in DC's heard of it. But they were just opening. This was about 2 years ago. So anyway, so you got this squirrel figurine here. Here's a mug from the Grand Ole Opry. I don't know how old it is. I mean, that's the new Grand Ole Opry, which was from the 70s. So it's, so it's made in Japan. So maybe, oh, okay. Thank you, Chris the Goose. And I do occasionally get, yeah, I can run the squirrel. And that will just be a less than a pound item. And I have another squirrel I'll show here in a second. So let me add this. I think this one may be, let's see, this is the, oh, you know what? I'm going to try an experiment here because this one's actually in my buy it now knickknacks. So I will run it cheaper than what I have it there. But let me see if I can convert that to an auction. So let me search for squirrel. See if this works. Okay, so there it is. So if I select that and say convert to auction, and I'll tell you what, I'll start this for $3. So only available for live, and we're going to say $3. This will actually have pictures and everything since I'm converting it. We'll run it for 15 seconds. This will be a flat rate, $5 to the US. And for those of you just coming in here, I talk to myself while I'm doing this. So hopefully they won't put me in the loony bin for talking to myself. United States, Canada, and let me go ahead and post it. All right, so here's the magic moment. Let's go see if it's in the, let's see if it's in my option to add over here as an auction. Let's see. Those are sold. I want to add. Ah, there it is. It worked. Add to stream. Move to stage. Yeah, so this one actually has the pictures and everything that I had in my listing. So this thing is 3 1/4 inches tall. It's holding an acorn. It doesn't really have anything to indicate maker or anything. Yeah, and it'll be $12.99 to Canada Purple Haze, just like before. I mean, and then, if you buy other stuff, most likely, especially if they're small, I'll be able to fit them all in that box, or, maybe into the $16.99 amount. But yeah, I'll refund whatever overage you pay. So, all right, so we'll go ahead and start this one. It's going to run for 15 seconds and a $3 start. And here we go. Thank you, Purple Haze. Going to British Columbia, about as far from me as you can get. I've mentioned before, my daughter lives in Vancouver, Washington, so she's a little closer to you, but yeah, you can't get much further than, between the two of us here. All right, so that one will be coming your way. And just a second to... Yeah, hold on just a second. I do cross-post some items, full disclosure, so I've just got to click a button here to see if I can get those to move. All right, so if you like squirrels, here's another squirrel. This one's a bigger version, also holding an acorn. This one though is, let me see how tall this one is. Yeah, this one is 5.5 inches tall and 5 inches long. So a little bit bigger one. That one's going to be, yeah, it'll still probably be in the same $12.99. Then combined, those are probably going to end up being like $16.99 to ship if you're interested in that one, or if anybody is. So this is pretty cool. I don't know anything about it, but it's a little face figurine. Only a face only a mother could love there. There's really no markings or anything. It does have a little hook in the back, I guess, that was for hanging. It's got $7.75 written on the back. I have no idea if that was a price or what that was, but this was just in a box of stuff like many of my items are. So got that. Let's see. Here's a little Seattle piggy bank. So that one's from over close to where my daughter lives. Got the umbrellas on the front. And she definitely says it rains, just like you hear. Here's a little Enesco dog figurine. It's got the Enesco sticker on the bottom there. And welcome in anybody that has been coming in. I haven't been doing a good job of paying attention to the chat. So here's a little circus noise maker with clowns on it. I don't know if anybody collects clown things. I think this had a maker on it. Hold on just a second. Yeah, this is a US Metal toy manufacturing company. So a vintage tin toy there. And if anybody's a golfer, I think this is Santa Claus. So you got Santa Claus with his sack with his golf clubs in it. It doesn't have a maker. It just has some remnants of an original sticker that says Les Girls. So probably some gift shop that came from. Here's another Grand Ole Opry. This is another made in Japan. It's one of the ceramic steins. You can see the Japan is embossed. It does have some crazing on the bottom there and crazing inside as well. If there's any crazing on this part, it's not noticeable anyway. Hey, what's up? The Art of Reselling. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are going well. Check out his YouTube channel. I guess you're still making YouTube videos. Then you have this Beruther and from Bavaria, so a German, like a creamer, China creamer. Got the gold trim here. Oh, Hart, sorry to hear that. Hope you're on the upswing now. Here's a pair of candle holders, just like glass candle holders. And then last but not least from that bin, and then we'll run a couple of these shirts, which are very, very cool. We have this Crown Royal lowball glass. So once again, I remember exactly. It's funny how I got thousands of things, and I can always almost remember where I got things. This came from a yard sale. I went to an estate sale, and there was a yard sale next door. No, I'm not on Whatnot right now. I'm actually on Knickknacks. So if you want to come over, and it's a pretty cool platform. Here's rather than spelling it, it's knickknacks.net. So yeah, and this is the Knickknacks platform's on District, and it was started by Crazy Lamp Lady Jocelyn. So much appreciative of her doing that, because I've loved this platform so far. So anyway, so the Crown Royal. All right, so if anybody saw anything in that mess of stuff you want me to run, just put it in the chat. In the meantime, let me grab some more of these shirts real quick, and I'll just grab a handful out, and we'll build another lot of 5. Okay, well, I do see some different ones already. All right, so, and this will be a $10 start on these. So this one's really, oops, let me go back to my so I can see if I've got it in frame here. So you have this rodeo rider, and here's the tag on these. It's a Knit by Vanderbilt, and all the ones that are It's a Knit, they're 100% polyester, so they're very slick feeling, I guess is the best way to put it. Hey Mo 1982, anybody else I've missed? Let me get this off the hanger. So there's one, and if it makes any difference to anybody, that's a medium. And I'm not sure what to base these sizes on. I mean, I think they're like women's sizes. Okay, let me pull. All right, here's another one. I'm trying to pull 5 different ones this time. So here's a Bicentennial Spirit of 76. You got the drum and fife group there. This one is also 100% polyester, and it looks like it's a size small. You can see that. And this one, as I mentioned, these are like new old stock. Some of them still have the little clips, I guess, that held them together when they were hanging. They came out of a warehouse here in Knoxville. Let's see. Well, I've done one of these, but there's not one in this lot. So here's another, just kind of an abstract, almost like a computer looking thing or graffiti. It says Dice 125 and has some other writing and stuff on there. So I guess graffiti would be the best way to put that. And that's another polyester as well. Let's see here. Okay. I mean, and like I don't have that many different designs, so it's going to be hard probably to do every lot with different ones. So we'll go ahead and do another one of these because, as I mentioned, this is my favorite design, really. This is like a fantasy scene. You can see the like girl sitting there in the middle. I guess it's a girl. Looks like she doesn't have any clothes on, but and then you got the waterfall scene. Just really cool on that one. And that one's also polyester, and it's a size medium. So that's 4. Let me find one more. Let's see if I can find a different one. Hold on, let me reach back over here. I don't know how many different designs I've got. At least get one different for this slide. Let's see. Well, that's the cowboy again. Hold on a second. Let me dig down to the bottom here. All right, we'll do this one. I mean, this is a repeat. Oh, it came back. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. My screen went blank. All right, and then here's the last one. This is that. Whoops, this one may have a hole in it. Oh, no, that's not a hole. It was just a piece of lint. Yeah, so this one is like this weird looking motorcycle with like the sunlight behind it. And this one's actually one of this one's an extra large, and it's it's still by Vanderbilt, but it's alive. And there you can see it's 100% Orlon. Trying to figure out which way to move it. There we go. All right, so we'll do all 5 of those. Let me add that as shirt lot number 2. We're going to add. Oops, not buy it now, auction. So we'll call this vintage shirt lot 2. Be a $10 starting bid. 15 seconds. Oops. 15. Hold on, just about there. $12.99. List item. Add to stream. All right, here we go. Let me get it moved to stage. All right, so it's going to be for those 5 shirts, and I'll show them while it runs, but we're running it for 15 seconds, and here we go. So you have the motorcycle. You have the, whatever this is, the like fantasy waterfall scene. All right, Great Finds took that one. Congratulations. And let me put those in a bag. And write your name. All right, so those are ready to go. Cool. Yeah, you like to let me know how you do with them. I've put a few in my booth and I've done okay with them. I sell a lot of music, like shirts and stuff in my booth. I mean, not even all. I mean, a combination of vintage and just basically anything I find that I have that has a band on it, I'll put it in the booth and do real well with them. And I've sold a few of those in the booth as well. So good luck with that. All right, so let's see, what time is it? It's 4. Yeah, I've still got plenty of time. My wife will be home from work probably 5:30 or so we can keep going. Any particular thing that anybody wants to see? Any interest in, we have any Janis Joplin fans? This is kind of a cool book. This is called Going Down with Janis. I'm sure there's a double entendre mint there. It's a raw and scathing portrait of Janis Joplin by her female lover. And it is from 1973. So not long after she died, actually. But I have a bunch of books if there's any interesting books. Please run the book. Before we do it, let me just let you know what it'll take to start it. Because, I mean, if you look them up online, can't remember what they run for, but let me see what I have it listed for. So we're going to put Janis Joplin. Probably just need to put Janis in here. Let's see. Yeah, how about a $10 start? I mean, I've got this thing listed for $45 on my other sites, but I mean, I don't have a lot in it, so if you're interested, I will let you have it for $10. And then the shipping on that. And depending on, I mean, if I can't really combine media mail with other things, so depending on how all the shipments work, I might send that media mail, but it might be cheaper to put it in with the other stuff you win. So for now, anyway, it's going to be, here's my shipping cost. So this is 1 to 2 pounds. So it's going to be $8, $16.99 to Canada. So we will go ahead and let me see if this one's. All right, let me add this one real quick. Yeah, and I'm usually a load my catalog kind of person. That's when I do paper, I always preload my full catalog. So having to type all this is different for me. Let's see, Going Down with Janis. We'll start that at $10. We'll do 15 seconds. That one's going to be 8. And Canada's going to be $16.99. I don't know why it doesn't remember my Canada shipping like it does the US, but I think that's all I need. Let me bring that one to the stage. All right, so I'll show everybody this. So the dust jacket does have some wear. It's got some tears and stuff. The book itself appears to be in good condition. If you look at the pages, there's a little bit of staining there. No rips or tears to pages that I found. As I mentioned, it's from 1973. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know that they did more than one edition, but I'm pretty sure it's a first edition. When I look this stuff up, let's see if it's got any pictures in it. No, it does not have pictures, but it's got, if you like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, this is the book for you because there's healthy doses of all those things in here. So, all right, here we go. 15 seconds, and it is running. I would read some excerpts, but I might get censored if I were to do that. It says, I had been deeply involved with 3 women, not including Kimmy, before I met Janice, not to mention a good number of men. The first was Pat Napier, a fellow student at Perkiston Junior College in Mississippi. All right, congratulations on that. Hope you enjoy it. And go ahead and stick that there. All right, so tell you what, let me pull out. Give me just a second to mark over here that I sold this so I know. All right, so let's see. What do we want to do next? We could look through some ephemera. We could pull another cubby. Let me just flip my camera around to give you an idea of what we could potentially look at. It starts over here. Like, here's my computer. Here's where I'm watching myself on the screen. There's my books, or a lot of my books. Then starting here, it goes that way. Got stuff on top. And if you see anything from afar that you want me to get a closer look at, just let me know. You got all those. There's actually some stuff behind the door that you can't see. You can see the little metal bird kind of through the window there. And then more stuff here with more stuff on top. Then we have this. Kind of, as I mentioned, all my ephemera stuff's on top there. And then you have all these cubbies back here. Big Bird says hi. So anyway, that's kind of what we have in here. So tell you what, let's just pull another one of these cubbies. This one looks exciting here. So let me go ahead and start pulling this stuff. While I do that, for anybody just coming in, my name is Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures. I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee. In addition to knickknacks, where I have a lot of stuff in the Buy It Now as well, I also sell on a bunch of other online platforms. I sell on 3 antique booth locations here in the Knoxville area. So yeah, if you're ever coming through, look me up. Let me know you're going to be here, and maybe I always like to put faces with names. And I've actually met some people like out at my antique booths who've been coming through town that I met on other platforms that I live sell on. So yeah, certainly if you're ever coming through, going to Gatlinburg or Dollywood or any of those kind of places, let me know. Let's see. These are so deep. There's stuff buried back in there. As I mentioned, it's fun for me to go through this stuff because I have no idea in a lot of cases what I have. What's that? All right, I think that's everything. As I mentioned, the only thing I'm not pulling out is the like China and stuff. If you weren't here earlier, My wife calls me the China King in Knoxville. So here's an angel figurine, or it's actually a candle holder. I think there's just one of them. No markings to indicate maker or anything. Well, no markings, no stickers on the bottom. Hey, welcome in, Marcy 932. Anybody else that I missed? So this is interesting. This is a Raggedy Ann bank. You can see there. It's from Opryland. So when I used to live in Nashville, my wife and I, we had season passes to Opryland. This is probably 70s or 80s, made in Taiwan, so could be either one of those. It does not have the stopper, but you have the Raggedy Ann bank. M3. Give me just a second to pull up this cubby over here on my screen so I can, in case there's any questions about anything. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. I just decided to do this kind of last minute this morning. I had to take our dog to the groomer today. My daughter's having foot surgery next week. And so she's going to be staying 4 days while she recuperates. And she's allergic to dogs and cats. So we got her groomed and tried to minimize the effect it'll have on her. We have this ceramic owl figurine. It's not a bank or anything. It's just a figurine. It's an Ardco, Dallas, Texas. So once again, not sure of the exact, I guess like 70s or 80s. Does anybody else think it's wrong to, I mean, I say 80s and I think, man, that's not very old. You know, that's like new stuff. But, you know, that's literally way too long ago now. And it means I'm getting very old is what it means. So here's a little glass dome with this, I guess, I don't know if they're real flowers or not. I don't think so, but flowers and the little girl. And it's Yi, Taiwan. So once again, probably 70s. So I know. I mean, it's, if you go by Etsy's definition of vintage, what is it, 20 years? So 2005 and before, 2004 and before vintage, which is really scary. I mean, I don't know. I think of 80s. See, not seem that long ago to me either. I mean, I graduated college in 1990, and I can remember that like it was yesterday. Everything's so, time goes by way too fast. And this is a Monk bank. It says, "This is my bank, thou shalt not steal." And it does have the stopper on the bottom. No marking. Well, oh, it says it's marked Japan on the bottom. So cool little Monk bank there. Yeah, I was looking at a picture the other day of my oldest daughter, and she's 20. She'll be 20. She was born in 96, so she'll be, golly, does that mean she'll be 28 on her next birthday? Yeah, so I was looking at a picture of my dad carrying her on her shoulders when she was like a year old. So that would have been roughly 26, 27 years ago. Hey, Jory Smiles, thanks for coming in. And my dad's now 82. And I was sitting there thinking, so in the amount of time it's passed since that picture was taken and now, my dad was basically exactly my age whenever that picture was taken. So in the same amount of time, I'll be my dad's age, 82. And I remember that like it was yesterday when she was a baby. So yeah, it's very, very scary how fast time flies. Here's an Air Force Academy Stein / mug. I'm guessing this is more modern, but it's got like the speckled ceramics there. Hey, North Carolina thrifter, you're not too far from me. I'm over in East Tennessee, so I guess this is brass. It's some kind of metal, I believe, but it's like I don't know if it was painted or what, but it's an elephant figurine. It's kind of got a brownish tint to it, and then you can still see the gold coming through on the brass. But no stickers, no markings, no anything on that. Don't know if anybody collects little elephants. Here's another little Monk figurines. We had the Monk Bank, and now we have the Friar. almost like Friar Tuck from Robin Hood. It does have a few little, like on the very bottom, the plaster showing through. So I guess those would be little chips. So hopefully y'all are enjoying looking at all my stuff though. I mean, it's fun to go through, sit back and try to remember where I got it all. There's a little snail. I guess it's a toothpick holder if I was guessing. So kind of a, not really dripware, but kind of a yellowish and brown mix there. So yeah, if anybody sees anything I pull out you want me to run, just let me know and I will let you know what it'll take to start it. Here is the Edwin Knowles weather vane pattern. I said I wasn't going to show much China, but I thought that was cool. It's got the rooster on it. It doesn't have the markings on the bottom, but that is the Edwin Knowles weather vane pattern with the rooster, the weather vane rooster. Here is a couple little mice. No markings on those. They're probably 80s or 90s if I was guessing. And then here's a little mother and her colt. Once again, no markings on that. I don't know if it's either ceramic or resin. I can't tell 100% for sure. Appreciate everybody sticking with me. We got 44 people in here. Here's a just hand painted Japan, two like Victorian couple figurines. Ooh, almost dropped it. It almost became only a woman. She almost divorced him right there. And then just a couple more things out of that bin. We have a Vera Bradley paperweight. So obviously not that old. It's a made in China item. I tend to not deal in too many things that, aren't vintage, but I do occasionally just get stuff like this that's in boxes of other stuff I got. The snail. All right. Let me pull it out, and I'll let you know what it'll take to run it. Where did he go? He's hiding, like snails like to do. There he is. So let me see. So he's going to be the lightest shipping. So he'll be $5 to ship, and then if it's cheaper than that, I'll refund any difference. So let's see the snail. Yeah, how about I'll do him for I'll need a $6 start on him. So and he's 2 inches tall. I would call him green and brown dripware for the toothpick holder. So let me add him real quick. Add. Oh, you know what? I can actually just add it from Knickknacks. Hold on, because it's in my buy it now over on Knickknacks. So let me go to snail. This way you'll get the pictures too. So let me convert that to an auction. I'm getting good at this. $6. Only available for live. We will run him for 15 seconds. 5 and 4. Give me just a second here. Let me get the Canada shipping added in. Save. All right, so now it should be over here in just a second. I found it takes like 10 seconds to refresh. So let me add. There it is. Stream. I would like to commend the developers of this platform because it is very, very easy to navigate, even adding stuff on the fly like this, but the ability to move it from buy it now over to auction relatively easy. So once again, just to show it real quick before we start it, I would call it a toothpick holder most likely, but I guess, you could put a small plant in there as well. Very small plant. And here we go. Hey, mom, mama four. I also have 4 kids, so I can identify. My baby is now 22. Is that right? She was born in 2001, and yeah, she'll be 23 on her next birthday. Wow, it's hard to believe. All right, Great Eye Finds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll go with your other items. Let me mark that I sold this so I know. I appreciate everybody's patience with me as I kind of do my housekeeping over here. All right, so I think the only other thing in that bin was like this pressed glass. I don't think it's cut glass. Well, I don't know. It's pretty sharp, but anyway, like a little candy dish, clear glass candy dish. And that was in there as well. All right, so we've done 3 cubbies now, and tell you what, let me grab a stack of ephemera here real quick, because I can go through those relatively quick. Any interest? Any interest in vintage ice coupon books? I think these are from the 40s probably, but we have a 500 pound. And let me make sure that let me just make sure that I pulled out the right. I think it was 2 each of those. Just see how I have them listed. Be clear. Anybody have any exciting plans for tonight? I think my wife's got an art thing at church, so I'll be home by myself. Yeah. So you're going to get 2 of the, you're going to get 2 of these. So 2 of the 500 pound. And I'll do like a $4 start on these. There's going to be 4 of them. So you got 2 500 pounds, and they still have all the coupons inside. So, back in the day, ooh, Guinness. I might drink it. I don't know if I got any Guinness here, but I've got some kind of good beer here. So I'll probably drink a beer while and watch some kind of ball game, or drink a beer and list stuff. So what you would do with these is you would put the book out in front of your ice box, and when the Iceman came, he would tear off a ticket representing how many pounds he left. In this case, it would have been a 25 pounds of ice. And these came from the Decatur Ice and Coal Company in Decatur, Alabama. And then we also have 2 2,000 pound books. So, and these have, I think it's 100. Yeah, these are 100 pounds. So these probably, I don't know if they've been more commercial. So let me know if there's any interest in those. I think, what did I say? A $4 start on those. If anybody's interested in those, so let me know. Let me pull out. Let's just see what's in this big stack of ephemera. Anybody in here like paper? That's what I run a lot, and I know that some of my paper buyers are in here. Here's some stereo view cards. Looks like a family there. Well, it's no father in the figure, but you have, I guess it's 2 mothers and some kids there. And then this is in the same room. And I think there might be a father in that one. I like looking in the background of old pictures to see all the cool artwork and everything. So you got that. Here's a map of the World's Fair in New York City. So let's see what year. So it's in the original envelope. And you have, I'm assuming this is the 1939 one. I don't know. Let's see what else was in. I think there was something else in the envelope. Then it also, 1939 World's Fair, because there's the sleeve the map goes in. So you have the envelope, the sleeve, and the map. So let me know if there's any interest in that. I can tell you what it would take. Any of this stuff, if you tell me you're interested, I'll let you know what it'll take to run it. Here's like a, so let's see on the map. Let me see what I can do that for. New York. How about, well, where is it? Hold on just a second. I'm having trouble finding this one. It's probably going to come up now. Yeah, there we go. I mean, this one I would probably need to do a $15 start on it. So let me know if you're interested. I mean, I know World's Fair stuff. That's a lot less than I have it listed for online. So if you want me to run it at 15, let me know. And then you have a Red Cross, like a vintage Red Cross book with life-saving methods there. You got some playbills. I think they're all from the 90s. Like there's Bebe Neuwirth from Cheers, Kiss of the Spider Woman, and then that's probably the oldest one. There's Sweet Charity. Okay, now this is very cool. So this is from 1837, and that's actually on the outside. Let me just pull it out so you can see it. So this is like something about a militia. So it's signed April 1st, 1837. So well before the Civil War. And it's a certificate from the Mechanic Rifle Company. Not a company, not like a business, but the actual rifle company. It says, I hereby certify that Augustus H. Tuck, I think it is. There's his name right there. Is enrolled in the Volunteer Company of Mechanic Rifle under my command, attached to the 1st Division, whatever PM is, private militia maybe, or public militia, that he has paid to a member duly authorized to receive the sum of $2 for the support of said corps, according to the enactment of assembly, and is therefore exempt from the performance of any other military duty. Oh, okay. So I guess this would have been given so they didn't have to join like the U.S. military. I guess it was enough that you were in like a private militia. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah, so there was a militia law passed in 1837. It says that more or less if you were in a volunteer company and paid $2, then you don't have to be in any other military duty. So that's what that is. So that's a pretty cool piece. Hey, welcome in Camp K9 in the Valley, Atlanta Deb. Appreciate y'all stopping in. We're just going through, basically my shelves, for lack of a better term. And right now I just pulled a stack of ephemera. We've done some glassware and ceramics and t-shirts and books and just a big variety of things. Here's some kind of Lancaster, Pennsylvania little biography. I don't know when that's from. It's 1967. It's the date written inside. Here's an old hymn book. It's the Standard Songs of Evangelism from the Kallenbach Dynamic Spiritual Crusade, 1945. So there's the inside of that one. Here's the last of England's infamous felon fleet, the convict ship Success. This does have some staining, but I guess this was a tour. Let's see if it's got a date or anything in it. Looks fairly old. I would guess the latest date I see is 1922, so probably from the 20s. Which the rifle paper, let me look here real quick. Let me see what I have on that. I would do 16 on that. That's less than half of what I'll have it listed for online. So let me know if you're interested in that for 16. As I mentioned, that's on the outside, not on the inside. And it doesn't appear to have any rips or tears on it. So let me know if you want me to run that for 16. In the meantime, here's like an old SeaWorld brochure. Probably think it was from the 70s maybe. Here's a catalog for the Maine Central Institute, 1897 in Pittsfield, Maine. So it's like a class catalog from 1897. Here's a book on spices. Here's a couple of museum guides. Here's some Tux postcards. So 1, 2, yeah, you can see Tux there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Tux postcards. And then here's some, these are like little movie programs from the what year? I can't remember what year these were from. I think they were from the 40s, based on the movies that were in them. But, it just told everything that was playing for the week. I think that's about it. These are some railroad material cards, which don't have anything written on the front. They're the B&O Railroad. Is that Baltimore and Orlando, I think is what that is. But they all have notes written on the back. So I don't know what they were used for, but they've got dates. And they're all like 1950s. So I don't know what kind of notes they were taking. But they all have the same kind of information written on the back, and the fronts are all blank. So you got all that stuff. Let me know if anybody saw anything they were interested in there. Let's see, 446. I'll go to at least 5. Appreciate everybody stopping by. This has been fun. A little different than the way I normally do things. So let me stick this stuff back in the bin over here. And just let me know if you want me to run that rifle paper. Here's some like cool hand-tinted photographs. We've got the little girl here. They've hand-tinted her dress. There's a Christmas card that's hand-tinted. And then here's My Mommy and Poppy and Me, the Tiger, Wish You a Merry Christmas from 1919, I think. No, maybe 1949. Might be 1949. I can't tell exactly what the date is. But you have those 3 hand-tinted photos. For any of you who watch my ephemera shows, that's kind of my passion. I love ephemera, and it's probably the closest thing to like me collecting something. I mean, I feel like I collect all this stuff, and I'm always just happy to say that I've had it for, a short time and still have the pictures and all that. I find so many cool things that, it's the picking part of everything's fun. If anybody likes like fraternal organization stuff, this one Elks. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Just trying to read. Oh no, this is a Moose Lodge. So I kind of did just a quick bit of research on these. So all these different fraternal organizations would have these teeth. Like, I don't know that that's actually a moose tooth. And I have no idea. I could find no markings on this gold or anything. So I don't know if it's actually, like 14 karat gold, or if it's just kind of some gold plated. It also, if you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's got a little red stone in the middle. Not sure if that's showing. It's probably scary seeing my face that close up. How much was the box? Which box? I'm trying to remember what box I showed. Yeah, let me know which box you're talking about, Purple Haze. The bright colored one. How long ago did I show that? Oh, the paperweight? Maybe are you talking about this? Yeah, and it's actually a paperweight. So there's the paperweight. And as I mentioned, this one's not particularly old. I mean, it's barcoded, made in China. It's a Vera Bradley one. But let me just tell you what it would cost. So let me see how much it weighs first. Yeah, so it's going to be 1 to 2 pounds. So the $16.99 would be what you would be charged initially. And then, as mentioned, as you know, I would refund you any overage. But let me now find that and see what it would cost. In 3. Yeah, I mean, I would do $8 on it. So, you know, I mean, it is a cool paperweight, even though it's not that old. So, let me know if you're interested at that, and I can run it. In the meantime, let's see. So, in the last 10 or 15 minutes or whatever, although I'll stay as long as y'all have requests, let me see what we want to pull next. Oh, this looks like a good little one down here. So, we'll go ahead and do this bin here. Let me pull everything out. Wow, we still have 25 people in here. I appreciate everybody sticking with me. Let me get it all pulled out, and then we'll run through it. Ooh, got a little dust. These lower shelves get dusty. Hey, welcome in, Picker Gems. Did anybody else want me to run another lot of the t-shirts? Let me know that before we finish up too. There's so much stuff jam-packed in all these. Everything else is China. All right, so let's see. That is 03. So let me pull that over here real quick. Welcome in, John Billy. Appreciate you stopping by. For anybody who is just joining, I am Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures here in Knoxville, Tennessee. We are literally shopping my shelves today. Just kind of been pulling stuff out and showing it. And if you want me to run anything, just let me know. All right, so let's see what all we had in here. So yeah, let me know on that paperweight. I'm going to stick it back here for now, back in its slot so it doesn't get mixed up. All right, so here we have a milk glass, another Grand Ole Opry. Living in Tennessee, it seems like I've got a lot of Grand Ole Opry stuff, but like a footed little mug. And let's see what that one says. Just says Opryland, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. I would guess 70s or 80s on that one. The new Grand Ole Opry opened in the 70s, so it's got to be at least after that. And then we have this wood pig. Anybody collects pigs. No markings or anything. It looks to be like handmade, probably. And we have a trunks up brass elephant. Once again, no markings or anything on that. And let's see what else we have. Have this bud vase. I think, let's see, what's this one? I think it's pewter. Yeah, it says Webb Pewter. So I guess Webb Pewter's the brand. And then you have the etched glass vase part of it. And it's on a pewter base. Then we have one of these barrel mugs. I've always thought these were cool. I've sold actually quite a few of these. But this one's from Atlanta, Georgia. It's got the old Atlanta Stadium on there. I guess that's Fulton County Stadium. And then the Atlanta Airport. And then the state capitol as well.
Here's what I
found. Little dog figurine there. Then we have this vase. It's a souvenir of Peoria, Illinois. Not sure what they have to do with Peoria, Illinois, but that's what it says on it. Hey, Jan Wise Wilson, Eddie, thanks for stopping by. As I show anything, if you want to know how much it'll cost to run it, just let me know, and I'll give you that and the shipping cost. Here's a napkin holder for Christmas. White jug with silver lid and oranges on it. Is that something? Did I show that or did you just see it? Oh, no. Okay. I'll show you both the pieces I have of that Purple Haze. Yeah, give me just a second here. Here's some, I think this is Metlock's salt and pepper shaker with the rooster on it. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. So you got a rooster and a chicken pecking in the... Then we have a 1981. It's like a hobby piece, I guess. It's a boy and a girl with an accordion there. And then a little miniature sign here with the metal lid. And then we have this Mickey Mouse glass coffee mug, and it says break time. And you got Mickey eating a donut. And then finally you have these, let's see if these are all white here real quick. Let's see if I ran these. Actually, it's 2 Nevada and 2 New Mexico, like souvenir spoons. So let's see, this one's, yeah, so here's 2 Las Vegas souvenir spoons. And then you have 2 New Mexico spoons. All right, so let me grab those for you, Purple Haze. I actually have a couple of different ones. Yeah, and these are Jimco, like Jimco milk glass. So we have the chopper. And if we open it up, there's the chopper mechanism inside, and then it's still got the little wood piece down in the bottom, you know, to give the chopper something to hit. So you got that one. Seems to work pretty well. And it just says, if you can read the bottom of it, it says Jimco. And so that would be one piece. And let me pull these up real quick so I can tell you what they would be. And then the other one's like a shaker, like Parmesan cheese or something like that. There's the inside, and it says Jimco made in USA there. And then this one doesn't say Jimco on the bottom, it's just in the lid. So yeah, so the shaker would be, I also have a syrup. Oh, I have another one of these too. And then I also have a syrup bottle. So yeah, so there's the syrup bottle marked Jimco on the inside. Whoops. The little rubber gasket is there. Let's see if I can get it back in there. There we go. All right, so the syrup bottle, let me just tell you how much it'll cost to run each one. Okay, so the syrup bottle I would do for, I would do 8 on the syrup bottle. I'll do 8 on either one of these, and then on the chopper, I would have to do 12 on that. So let me, do you want me to add any of those? Let me know if you want me to run them. You want me to run the shaker and the syrup? Let me see how much they weigh. Okay, syrup and shaker. Let me see. I might just run them together. Let me see what it'll do for the weight. I mean, it's not going to matter really on the weight. It's going to all end up being the same at the end of the day. But So let me just run them separately since that's how they're in my catalog here. So let me go ahead and add the Gemco shaker first. So add. So we'll do the Gemco shaker. Whoops, not a fence shaker. I guess it auto-corrected to fence. Goodness, I'm struggling typing the word Gemco. Okay, so there's that one. We set a starting price of $8 on that. We'll do 15 seconds. And then that one's going to weigh 1 to 2 pounds. So that's going to be $8 US or $16.99 Canada. But like I said, I'll combine. So you'll most likely get some of that refunded. So, but just in case a first-time Canadian buyer bids on it. All right, so that one's ready to go. Let me make sure I got 15 seconds and not 60. So let me add the syrup dispenser real quick. Appreciate everybody's patience while I add these things. So we'll do Gemco syrup dispenser. All right, now it's also going to be $8. I think I got that. All right, we'll do the shaker first. So let me add those to the stream and move to stage. All right, so here's the shaker just to show it again. It's only got a numeric, like probably a factory or a mold number on the bottom. All the information's in the lid. It says Gemco made in USA. So you can see that. No chips or cracks. The orange design looks to be in really good condition. Very 70-ish. So let's go ahead and start this one. And here we go. Thank you, Purple Haze. See if you're going to run uncontested. All right, so that will be coming your way. This stuff will be a little more challenging to package up than flattening a bunch of paper in the box. So, but never fear, it'll get there safely. I ship a lot of glassware. All right, so let me go ahead and move this one to the stage now. All right, so this is going to be the syrup bottle. Once again, it's just got like a number. Actually, it has the W on the bottom. I can't remember if that's what. It's not Westinghouse, I don't think. But and then there's the inside there. And it does have the little rubber gasket still with it, so your syrup doesn't leak all over the place. Hey, Susan Harris, thanks for coming in. All right, we'll go ahead and start this one. Going to be another $8 start. Oh, man, I wonder if I can edit it after I've already put it in there. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to run for a minute, and then I accidentally didn't change that one. So we'll go ahead and talk about other stuff while that runs. Down to the bottom of the chat over here too. Thanks for the bid. Hey, welcome in Susie B, Lorena Fuentes. Appreciate y'all stopping by. We are doing a Shop My Shelf show for anybody who's watched me before. I usually do ephemera, but this today, and it was as much as anything to celebrate my phone now working completely with knickknacks. Before it would lock up anytime I would try to type something during the show, so I had to like preload everything. But today I can actually run stuff on the fly, which is really exciting. So we're just going through all my different shelves. If you see anything you like, let me know, and I'll tell you what it will take to run it. Almost to the end here, and it looks like Purple Haze is going to take this one as well. So they'll have the set. All right. Thank you so much. Let me just note that I sold these over here real quick. In the meantime, is anybody looking for any particular kind of stuff? If not, we will just go to another one of the bins. Let me mark that one. See, that was the shaker. Yeah, give me just a second here. If I don't, I'll forget what I sold if I don't make a note of it over here. So, and then we also did the syrup bottle. Yep, that is a nice. I mean, I love those. And those came from a church sale here in Knoxville. It was at an old church over in the old part of town. And it's funny, when I took them up to the register to buy them, the person that I was checking me out goes, "Oh, those came from my house." So yeah, I originally had some other pieces. I can't even. I think I had a salt and pepper shaker. I had, what else did I have? And I sold several of them. It's one of those, I always struggle whether to keep things together as a set, but ultimately, a lot of times people are looking to replace a piece that maybe they broke. So I tend to just piece stuff like that out, and somebody can still buy them all if they want the set. But yeah, if I try to keep them together, a lot of times they just sit around forever. Same thing with China. With all the China I sell, like nobody buys whole China sets hardly anymore, except for me, because I buy them to sell them. But I piece them all out and actually sell a ton of China that way. I mean, China doesn't sell for a lot, but it's kind of all relative. I mean, I guess it's like everything today, all glassware. I mean, if you invested in glassware in the 80s or 90s, it's not worth anywhere near what you paid back then. But you can, get things reasonably priced at auctions and such. So, um, yeah, I mean I think that literally sold as soon as I listed it. Let me make sure I put this back in the right place. Give me just a second to put this one up. The chopper goes. Oh, golly. Y'all almost heard me fall. So, all right. So let's see if we want to pull anything else. Let's see what's down here. I've got so many different cubbies with different types of things in them. I mean, is anybody interested in any salt and pepper shakers? Like, these are ones I have not. Let me flip my phone around here real quick and just show you what I got. I have this whole box, and they're really just stacked in there. That's how I got these. So we'll have to check them for chips and cracks. And then there's that whole box over there. So it's, 2 boxes just pretty much filled to the top with salt and pepper shakers. And I've gone through, I don't know. I mean, I have not looked in these boxes at all. So I do not know what's in there. I had, like I mentioned, I had 3 or 4 more boxes that were all of the bigger size that I've gone through finally. But the orange one, what are you looking, or did you see an orange something, or are you asking if I have any orange Fiesta? So let's just see what we got here. And I don't even know how, the ones I found before were a mix of like older and newer stuff. Like here's some kind of like little Steins. Although it looks like these have a chip on them. Oh, any orange ones? I don't know. Let's just see what we got in here. And some of these probably still have salt and pepper in it, if I was guessing. Just trying to find like matches and stuff. Ooh, like here's a poor swan who lost her head. So that one's going in the trash. I don't know if it's a match to this one, the black one. So, yeah, unfortunately, I mean, that's how I bought all these. And even when, there's the head. Even whenever I was going through like the other boxes, I found a fair number of broken ones, but surprisingly, a lot of them weren't broken. So I don't know. There's some little ones there. So yeah, you're literally seeing these for the first time, just like I am. It's going to be hard to pull all these out. Maybe I should save these for another time because I don't really not set up to set them anywhere. I was just trying to look towards the bottom to see if there were any orange ones in there. And I don't see anything sticking out. So, oh yeah, that's true. Orange will match the other items that you bought. Let me just look in this other box real quick and see if I see anything that looks orange over here. There's just so many in here. Goodness. Yeah, I don't see any off the top. You know, just looking down in here. Well, I may have spoke too soon. Let's see. Of course, I don't know if these really are. What are these? Is anybody? Are they lobster? They're not lobsters, I don't think. What are those? Huh. Shrimp. Oh, they're shrimp, I bet. I think they're a shrimp. So that's the only orange ones I saw, though. Shrimp don't really go with citrus oranges, though. Oh, they're all dirty, too. I need to clean these before. I hate selling dirty stuff. But yeah, those are like straight out of the barn. Any other type of stuff that anybody wants to see? We're actually almost 5:15 here in Knoxville. I mean, I've got books. I have tons more like ephemera I could show. I've got just tons more knickknacks and things of that nature as well. It's almost like, where do I start when I start pulling this stuff? Here's another little, this was pretty cool, another lacquerware box. Made in USSR. So I don't know the exact age, but the cool thing with this one was, see if I can get it open without spilling everything. Yeah. It's filled with little eggs. So you have little ornaments, I guess. 50s, 60s Hawaiian tiki. You know, I don't think I do here. Like a lot of that kind of stuff. So like the kind of things, a lot of stuff I take to my booth. So like pretty much any Fenton, that kind of glassware. I'm not sure, one of my salt and pepper shakers must have shifted over here. Like any of the Fenton type of glassware, that kind of stuff goes to my booths. Most artwork goes to my booths. A lot of that tiki stuff would go to my booths as well. I have sold like a lot of tiki glasses, but I don't think I've got anything right now. I'm trying to think. I mean, I've got like 1,000 things listed in here. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I do right now. You talking about, no, fairy lamps are another thing that goes to my booth because literally as soon as I put them out there, they sell. And so any fairy lamps I get go out there. I'm thinking about, like, I have keys to where my antique booths are, or at least to 2 of my locations, and they're fine with me going in there. So I'm thinking maybe next week I might do like a walk through my booth and sell some stuff out of there if that's something people might be interested in. Because it's a little bit different type of stuff. I mean, I have a lot of bigger stuff that would be hard to ship, but I keep a lot of smalls at the booth as well. So I may do something like that in the next couple of weeks. On this, let me see, where was that? I got to figure out which hole I pulled it out of. Oh, it was right there. So it's U0. Let me see what I can do this one for. Appreciate everybody's patience with me as I like pull this stuff up in my software here. Yeah, so I have this listed. It's listed for $36 online. I do 50% off is the best I can do. So I do 18 on this. And, you know, it's got, I don't know how many eggs it has in there, but there's quite a few of the ornament eggs. And it's got I guess the original little paperwork. Just looking to see if it had a date or anything. I don't think it's got a date, but it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 12 eggs. Yeah, and I guess that has the number 12 on it. So I assume that's all the eggs that were in there. So let me know if you want me to run that, but it would be 18 and it weighs it's going to be Yeah, it's going to be between 1 and 2 pounds. So let me know on that. And I'm pretty sure I can fit all this stuff together. I don't think I know I can, yeah, I can bubble wrap the shaker and the syrup dispenser real good. And of course, this isn't particularly breakable. So ultimately, I think I'll be able to get all your stuff together into one box. So it'll probably end up being somewhere in the neighborhood of either 21 or 28. The problem is, like, shipping to Canada, it's usually cheaper to split it into 2 boxes rather than get into like calculated shipping, because that's like $50, I think, the cheapest once you get over 5 pounds. So anyway, so yeah, let me know if anybody's, yeah, I can run it. So let me get that one in there. So let me just call it lacquerware with eggs. Give me just a second to get this added. I'm at least trying to put enough in the description so I know what it is when I go to package it up. Lacquerware box with eggs. Let's see. And I said I would do that one for 18. Make sure I get that to 15 seconds. So it is 15 seconds, so you won't have to wait a minute this time. That's going to be 1 to 2, so that's 8 and 16, 99. Yeah, and I would, like put in cheaper shipping, knowing you might win it. But if somebody else from Canada won it, I, wouldn't want to short myself that much. So I appreciate you being patient until I get it packaged up and refund you. Okay, so let me make sure I did that one right. 18. So let me now add that. And move to stage. Whoops, it didn't get moved to the stage. Hold on a second. Move to stage. There we go. All right, so just one more time before we run it. I don't see any damage on the box. Here's the top design. Got all the flowers here. Don't see any chips and cracks along the edge. Well, there we go. And then got 12 of the eggs. It looks like you got looks like there's 2 of each color. So you have yellow, red, pink, purple, blue, orange. Get them shaken out so I can get the top on. And then here's your side design. And then here was the bottom. And then it did have the little piece of paper inside. And it does say made in USSR. So, all right, we'll go ahead and start this one. And here we go. Thank you for the bid. Five seconds left on that one. All right, congratulations and thank you so much. Let me mark that I've sold this one. All right, let me see if there's anything else that I want to show. It's 5:20. I tell you what, we'll go to 5:30. So let me find a few other things here to pull out rather than pulling out whole. Does anybody like frogs? We have this little frog shaker. So it's, sugar, or probably sugar, because I don't think Parmesan cheese. Well, I guess finely grated Parmesan would fit through there pretty well. So you have a ceramic frog shaker. This is pretty cool right here. I think it's an incense burner. So it's a brass fish. I have no idea how old it is or anything. It has no markings, but I guess it's either a cigar ashtray or a incense burner. Take your pick. But you got that, which I think is really cool. And stuff over here now. Here, I'll tell you what. Let me pipe holder. Okay. I appreciate that. Yep, I can see that now. Let me flip the camera, unplug. Let me untether from the power here so I can walk around real quick. And we'll just do kind of a last minute walkthrough. So here's books, which I mean, I've got quite a wide variety of books. I'll probably do a whole book show at some point. Let's kind of scan through these. I'll try to watch the chat. So if you want me to pull anything out to look at it closer, just let me know. There's another little flower bulb right there. There's another one of the Knowles weather vane. That one's the coffee pot. Oh, let me get over here. Here's some bookends. Really not even showing the bottom. It's all plates and stuff. That's where I keep all my plates. There's some bookends. There's some old books of some sort. Those clown glasses are creepy. They're huge. They're like big 32-ounce glasses, I guess. There's some brass sconces. There's a Hoover Dam plate down there. Some yearbooks, some more books in here. So here's an incense burner. So I do have an incense burner. I know that one's an incense burner. This is kind of cool right here. It's like a reverse, like a foil. It's foil art, I think, because you can see where the foil's coming through on the other side. Some kind of plate there. Some old books there. The Drunk Monks. Got like a Mayan calendar. You got a souvenir of Corpus Christi, Texas there. Kind of a cobbled together bunch of seashells. It's like a sugar scuttle. That was the Jimco chopper. It's a teapot. So you got all that. Then over here, got like this Hawaiian. There's an Hawaiian looking girl. It's another syrup dispenser. Then of course you got all this stuff over here too, which is where we've been pulling most of the stuff that we sold. And just real quick, I'll show you. Here's where I normally do my shows out here. So this would be like, this is where I did my last ephemera show. But when Amy and I do shows together, this is more like our studio out here because there's more room. I don't usually do them in my office like that. I actually do have a bunch of stuff on these shelves too. So all that's like magazines and paper stuff. Bunch of photo albums down here. And more paper. I mean, as you can see, I just have so much like ephemera. All these boxes are crammed full of ephemera. So I won't run out anytime soon. And then over here, more ephemera. And more ephemera. More ephemera. It's like a... So this is all like, this is my stuff going to the booth tomorrow. This artwork's going to the booth. So anyway, that's kind of, that's what I have. And then for any of you who weren't in here earlier, we have these shirts. They're from this, they're like, I think they're 70s. And they're all these like just different kind of designs. And I've been running lots of 5 of those for $10 if anybody's interested. If not, I mean, I've been going since 3 o'clock, I guess. So 2.5 hours almost. So appreciate everybody sticking with me. That's, we still have 22 people in here. I think we had as many as 80. So yeah, if there's nothing else, I guess we'll call it a night. Maybe I'll do another one of these shows again sometimes. I hope everybody enjoyed, seeing my stuff. I had a lot of fun showing it. as I mentioned at the beginning, I forget sometimes everything I have because I have so much. I don't want to call it junk because it's not junk, but it's just a lot of stuff. And yeah, I mean, just before I leave, like, so our antique mall that's in Clinton, Tennessee, it's called Granny's Attic, and it's in downtown Clinton. And Clinton's always known as like a top 20 or top 10 antiquing destination in the US, but the building we're in sold. So at some point in the next couple of months, probably we're going to have to move. And I've got 4 booths at that building. So I am like dreading moving all my stuff from where we are now to whatever the new place is. I'm sure me and a couple of other dealers will go in and rent a truck or whatever. But still, golly, boxing. If you could, I mean, it's huge. It's by far my biggest area. I have 4 booths there, then 1 booth each at Beard and Antique Mall and West End Antiques. The booths are a little bigger at those malls, but still not anywhere close to what I have at Granny's. And so, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I know we can never move from this house for sure. We talked about moving a couple of years ago after the kids left, and ultimately just decided to stay here because we've got, that way when the kids visit and stuff, we still have a lot of bedrooms for them to stay in. And it actually worked out. My mother-in-law recently moved in with us. So it's nice that we have a space for her to be and everything. So anyway, all right. Well, I appreciate all the purchases today. Everything should ship out tomorrow unless there's some kind of unforeseen circumstances, but I always try to get stuff out next day. I do have another ephemera show, which will be back Amy and I together. Let me just let you know when it is. It is February 23rd, Friday night at 7 p.m. So join us for that. That'll be more paper. And I think that's it. I may add a show. I don't know if I'll do another show in between now and then or not. As I mentioned, I may do one from one of the booths one day. That should be fun. And other than that, everybody have a great night. Let me make sure there's not another show going on. I don't think there is, but let me just make sure there's nobody raid. Nope, I'm the only one live. So everybody have a great night, and we will see you next time. And I'll see you in other people's lives, I'm sure, as well. Have a good one.